And guess what, guys? Nicholas Jackson, the man who can't score for no reason. That is such a shameful thing. People are not dumb. So, Poch, you better step it up a notch this time. It's basically a rivalry that's been there for a very long time. And Postecoglou, you clearly have no plan B in your head. You only know the fucking high line, and that's it. So this is Sumer, the music mogul, the caffeine global, the comic man, the astronomic man, and this is the Mad Mouth Show. Tottenham gets battered everywhere they go. Tottenham gets battered everywhere they go. Tottenham gets battered everywhere they go, especially at the bridge, motherfuckers. Well, welcome back. I'm your host, the one and only Mad Mouth, and this is the Mad Mouth Show. Phew. Now, before we discuss the match preview and lineups for Chelsea versus Tottenham Hotspur, you know the drill. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel, guys, and show some love. And don't forget to finger that bell icon, all you naughty people. Let's go. Now, Chelsea and Tottenham, it's going to be another derby for Tottenham because they just got battered by Arsenal. And for no reason. You know, they just gave it away. Arsenal didn't even do anything and Tottenham just gave it away to them. So, I'm sure they must be really down and under in their spirits. And they're coming to another derby at the bridge. And we all know what Chelsea and Tottenham is going to be like. It's basically a rivalry that's been there for a very long time. And this for Chelsea is a very important game. Even though, you know, you can lose out on the Champions League or whatever, the top four, all that bullshit. But against Tottenham, there is no way you can lose. It is not acceptable at all. And nobody knows this more than Pochettino. For me, as a Chelsea fan, you know, this is very important. And if Pochettino loses against Tottenham this time, I think I'm going to definitely think about it. Because, you know, this is one thing that's not acceptable. And even though we went and won against them, and yeah, you know, they were much better than us, but we got lucky because they had three major injuries. They got Madison injured, they got Van de Ven injured, and I don't know who the third one was, but whatever. We went and we dominated the game. And guess what, guys? Nicholas Jackson, the man who can't score for no reason, and you know, he is such a bad finisher. He doesn't know how to eat his dinner. He'll cook you the best meal, but he don't know how to finish. Scored a fucking hat-trick against them. That is such a shameful thing. I mean, if Nicholas Jackson can score a hat-trick against you, you definitely are in the dump. And guess what? Now you're going to come to our home. You're going to come to the bridge, and you are going to get cooked. All the Tottenham Hotspur fans, yeah, you can go talk all the shit you want. But when it comes against Chelsea, you guys are pathetic. You don't know shit. You know, even though, like, a lot of times the referee has been on your side. If you remember the time when Cucurella, his hair got pulled, I think you got a header because of that, and that should have been a fucking red card. Man, we've been through all that. All Chelsea fans have seen all that, and now it's time for you to come to our home and we serve you with a plate which we are going to cook for you guys and eat for dinner. So all you Hotspur fans, welcome. The time is now, and according to me, this is going to be a make or break for Poch, because if he doesn't do it right now against Tottenham, he definitely should get the sack. Yeah, there have been talks that, you know, the players love him and they want they want to keep him and all that bullshit. But this is not acceptable at Chelsea, and the rivalry is too intense for Poch, and he knows that because he is a traitor. He was a fucking Tottenham manager, and he knows how important this rivalry is. So clearly, you better make the lineup a lineup that is set to go and win, or else you are going to be found out. People see, people understand these things. People are not dumb. So Poch, you better step it up a notch this time. You better. Anyways, our season is finished for us, and this is the most important game for us. After this game, it's gonna be really, really, after this game, there's really nothing to look forward to. It doesn't matter where we end up, whether we get into the Conference League or the Europa League. It really doesn't matter. If we get qualified for the Conference League, I'd rather not. Europa League, fine. That is understandable, but I don't really care whether we get qualified for the Conference League because I don't think we need it. And next season, if we just play the Premier League, I'm okay with that as well because now the summer's coming and changes have to be made, because we've seen what we need. We need a striker, we need a defender, goalkeeper. I don't know if we'll be able to purchase this time, but it's always welcome, depending upon all the FFP rules. Let's see how that goes. But we are more aware of the position we are right now. So hopefully in the summer we get all the signings right and then we can take it from there, Let's give it another season because these guys are all kids for playing for us and they need time, and we can give them the time because once they all click, then there is no stopping them. Then it is like a well-oiled machine that's going to go on for a very, very long time. And then Chelsea can go back to winning ways and, be the club that always wins trophies. Right now, we've been trophyless for, I think, almost 2 seasons now, and it's a shame, guys. It's a fucking shame. But well, there's been a new ownership and, things are going to change. There's no Roman Abramovich and we are in the shithole right now. Hopefully we get out of it and let's give the new owners time, because even they don't know what the Premier League is all about. Even they have no experience in the footballing world. So we got to give them time. But now let's talk about the high line that Spurs have. And Postecoglou, you clearly have no plan B in your head. You only know the fucking high line and that's it. Their high line is so high, it's even higher than the tip of the fucking Burj Khalifa. And then they have no clue what's happening down under. And that's where Chelsea needs to capitalize. I don't care about the football that we're going to play against Tottenham because I just want to win. Whether we sit back, put the low block and get them at the counter, I don't care, because for me it's more important to watch Chelsea winning this fucking game. So yeah, obviously we know what Angie is going to do. Mr. Angie, you're going to come with the high line. Everyone knows that. He ain't going to change his system. So Chelsea, let's just sit back and beat them at the counter. Yes, this is not the way, Pochettino likes to play. He is very, he likes possession and all. But fuck that. Right now, we don't care about possession. We just want to attack them at the counter. Because Tottenham have no way to resist counters. Because they're already so high. All their players are so high that they don't watch what's happening at the back. And that's where Nicholas Jackson, you better step it up. You became a hero after your hat-trick against Tottenham, even though you missed a lot of chances. But this time, you've not been scoring anyways. Yeah, you've been playing some really good, exceptional football, but this is what is going to take you another level. You run very well with the ball, between the lines, without the ball also, and you can take on defenders. So all we ask from Jackson is this time when you get the chances, you better fucking score because we cannot lose this game. There is no fucking way that we can lose this game. And a draw, that is, if Tottenham really come out and Postecoglou comes up with some master plan, then okay, maybe, I'll accept a draw. But no other reason. We have to fucking win. I want to win at least 2 goal difference. 3-1 should be what, I predict because we can do it. The amount of chances we create. Cole Palmer, I mean, come on. The Lisan Al Gaib, you better fucking rise. The last game against Aston Villa, you should have put that ball in the net. But it's okay. There's not too much you can say about Palmer because he is a genius. His footballing IQ is at another level. And really, I have no complaints against Palmer. But in this game, he needs to step it up and he really needs to be at his A game. So Palmer is going to definitely help us, I hope, because last game he didn't. But fine, last game we can, dismiss it. It's okay, fine, no problem. But this time, you cannot miss the goals. You cannot do it. You have to be at your A game. Cole Palmer, the Lisan Al Gaib. Now, let's get into the match preview and lineups. But before we do so, you know the drill. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel, guys, and show some love. Now, time for the lineup, guys. Now, we all know Poch is going to go with the 4-2-3-1, and my goalkeeper is going to be none other than Petrovic. After Thiago Silva, the Rolls Royce is back in the lineup, there is this calmness in the defense. Even Petrovic, you can see he is more calm. He has not been shaky since Silva's back. So Petrovic, I mean, you cannot completely depend on Silva because he's going to be leaving next season. But just be calm because we need that right now. Against the Highline FC, we need you to be calm and composed and not be shaky. So Petrovic is going to be in goal. And yeah, you better be making those saves this time, Petrovic. Now, in defense, we're going to keep Thiago, the Rolls Royce, and Badiashile. Even Badiashile, last game, there is this confidence that he had. I feel it's because of Thiago, because Thiago was basically directing him and being a leader at the back. So Badiashile and Thiago Silva is going to be in my defense. And right back, I would have obviously loved to have Gusto, but I'm not sure if he's going to be fit. I'm shooting this video before the news is out about the lineup. So let's go with Chalobah. Trev is going to keep his spot as my right back. And yeah, last game he was pretty good, Defensively he's solid and he's quite fast as well. So Trev, you keep your spot and you know what this game is all about. So just do a good job. Now, let's move to the left back. It's going to be Cucurella, who, in the first half, I thought was shit. But against Villa, that is. But in halftime, I think Poch told him, you become the inverted fullback. And you know what? Cucurella as an inverted fullback, coming and helping in the midfield, he's pretty good at that. So, yeah, I hope Poch works out something and makes him and guides him towards that, because when he does that, we can go back to a back three with Silva and Badiashile and Chalobah as a back three. So there are ways to go about this. I hope Poch, puts it in their head and puts Cuckoo as an inverted fullback. Now let's go to the midfield. It has to be our captain Conor Gallagher, who in my opinion is really growing. As a player, he is really growing, and wherever he ends up going, that team is definitely going to get a full finished product, because by the time the season is over, Conor is going to have so much experience and his leadership qualities are going to go with him as well, because he's been such a good captain throughout the year. And it's going to be sad, guys, but that's what it is. So my other midfielder is going to be Mr. Caicedo. Now we don't know who's going to play in the Highline FC's midfield, but if it's going to be Bissouma, then Caicedo one-on-one with Bissouma is going to be really entertaining to watch. So Caicedo in midfield, let's go Caicedo. If that happens, you better be at your A game, because I mean, you've been pretty good past few games. Whenever Connor has been there, it looks like, you are more dominating, because Connor helps you defensively. So you are more free to go ahead and be the Caicedo that we signed, So Caicedo in midfield with Conor Gallagher. Now let's move up top with the Lisan Al Gaib going to take the number 10 role, and Madueke to my right. And I don't know, this is slightly confusing. Should we or should we not put Sterling? I don't want that. Mudryk was pretty bad last game, and yeah, it looks like the players are not even passing the ball to him. But I still feel that pace that Mudryk brings, it's a big threat. So yeah, Mudryk should be on my left wing. We need that threat. And yeah, they also have like Timo Werner in attack. That's so funny, right? Because the Chelsea chant was Thiago at the back and Timo in attack, and we're going to win the Champions League. Can you see how the tables have turned now? I mean, literally it's become that, because Thiago is at the back, but Timo is going to be attacking us and not the opposition. Well, whatever it is, Timo is going to be there and we will deal with him. Chelsea will deal with him. We know how to deal with them. All those traitors, Bring it on, Timo. You made a big mistake by joining Tottenham. You know that. And yeah, I mean, you did work very hard for Chelsea, but now you are a Spurs. So you're going to get the Chelsea beating that every Tottenham player deserves. So whatever. Now let's get on to the lineups. Let's not get carried away by the rivalry. So I think I'm going to go with Mudryk as my left winger, and my number 9, none other than Mr. Nico Jackson. Now this Jackson, well, you can't hate him and you can't love him either, because he is a good footballer, but his finishing is pathetic. And for a striker, the only way they'll get better is the more they play, the more experience. He needs to get his mentality back. So yeah, Jackson, I am expecting goals from you. So you are going to be my number 9 for this game. And come on, bring some magic back on, Jackson. Michael Jackson, stop just doing the moonwalks and finish your dinner, please. Please finish your dinner this time. So this is going to be my lineups. And my prediction for this game is going to be 3-1. And yeah, this is the game for all Chelsea fans. So it's going to be exciting. Also, I want to say that, I might be doing a watch along. So please join me during my watch along as well. And please comment on, what are your predictions. Please write it in the comment section below and tell me who's going to win and what your predictions are. So let's go. Now I'm going to end the stream, and you know the drill. Like, share and subscribe to my channel, guys, and show some love. And don't forget to finger that bell icon, all you naughty people. Okay, now, adios, guys. See you later.